Swimming is one of the biggest challenges for triathletes. And trust me, I get it. I'm Simon Shi, and in my journey as a professional triathlete, I've dedicated years to mastering the water. I was first out the water at Ironman Texas 2022 and hold the Oregon state record for the 1 hour swim, clocking in 5,650 yards for that hour. I've been swimming since 7 years old, and every stroke has taught me something about speed and efficiency. In this video, I'm going to help you do the same, whether you're just getting started or looking to build that front pack advantage. Having a coach on deck is invaluable, especially when it comes to swimming. Throughout my life, I've been lucky to have a coach watching every stroke, correcting my technique, and pushing me to be better. Their immediate feedback is one of the biggest reasons I made it to where I am today. But I know having an in-person coach isn't always possible. I always start out by looking at any swim clubs near you and see if there's any adult swimmers in that club. But most swim clubs are geared towards those little kids, like high schoolers and middle schoolers, and those watching the videos are primarily young adults or adult triathletes and may not be wanting to swim with those high schoolers and middle schoolers. The second option I would look for is finding a master's swimming team. A master's swimming team is a group of adults who still have a passion of swimming. These ages range from 18 all the way to 85. They usually have group practices at a specific location, and they go to swim meets and race with their teammates and other teams in the Masters world. The final option of finding an in-person coach is finding someone privately for a private lesson. And this is probably the most expensive. But having one or just a few session private lesson can really help if you're starting out to swim. There are great online coaching options available, especially if you can get videos of your swimming and send those videos to them. That's where I come in. I offer both swimming and triathlon training programs designed for all levels, whether you're just starting out or training for your next Ironman. Currently, I coach over 15 athletes, helping them reach new milestones, including guiding 3 athletes to their first ever Ironman finishes this year alone. I provide stroke analysis, recommend drills tailored to your needs, and help you get faster and stronger in the water, even virtually. If you're ready to elevate your swimming and triathlon training, let's get on a video call and schedule a free consultation, and you'll be set to make progress. Let's talk about the tools every swimmer should have in their training arsenal. Each piece of equipment serves a unique purpose, helping you isolate different parts of your techniques and keeping your workouts varied. If you're just getting started, here are the equipment I recommend in these order. First is kickboard. This isolates your legs, allowing you to focus solely on your kick and building leg strength. Second, the pull buoy. Placing the buoy between your legs helps separate your arm pull from your kick, helping you stay afloat while focusing on the upper body. Third, fins. They make you feel faster and strengthen your legs, making them perfect for both speed and power. Fourth, paddles. These help refine your catch phase by creating resistance on your hands, forcing you to engage your lat muscle and strengthen your pull. And fifth, snorkel. This keeps your head in line, helping balance your stroke and allowing you to focus on body position and rotation. So these are my top tools for swimming. Each of these tools help with your swim technique and helping you focus on a specific area of your swimming. It's also a great way to mix in this variety and have fun with your swim workouts. Next, let's talk about swimming drills. For most triathletes, especially if you did not grow up swimming, the key to real improvement lies in drilling. Drills are essential for what we call feel for the water. This is that smooth, connected movement that allows you to pull water effectively and swim in a relaxed and controlled manner. Drills like catch-up drill, one-arm freestyle, sculling. All these build awareness and isolating different parts of your swim stroke, teaching you to maximize each pull and maintain good form. When you do drills, you're not just going through the motion. Instead, you're training your body to recognize subtle movements that make you more efficient. Each drill emphasizes a different part of your stroke, letting you improve bit by bit, making adjustments, and becoming second nature. Trust me, drills might seem repetitive, but it does build a foundation for a smooth and powerful stroke. So add a variety of drills to your swim training and work on your technique. If you have the time, I would start by swimming at least 3 times per week. This doesn't have to be an hour, 2 hours. If you're just starting out, it can only be 15 to 30 minutes. But swimming often will help you get that feel of the water by going back to the pool over and over again. So let's say you're swimming 3 times a week. The first session would be probably Monday. That session would mainly focus on drills, technique, and aerobic swimming. Aerobic just means steady, so you're not going hard, you're not going all out, but something you can sustain for long periods of time. The key to this session is to build your endurance and your aerobic capacity. You do a warm-up 5 to 10 minutes, and then you get into some 25s of swimming. I recommend 25s or just going halfway down the pool and halfway back. Short distances, so you're not getting tired if you're doing a 50 or 100 of something. Start with 425 of drills that I talked about in the previous section. Do some catch-up, 1-arm freestyle, 6 kick switch drills, and try to focus on one specific thing for that session. Anywhere from 425 to 450s, and then you can get into some swimming or some pulling, like 4x100 steady, where you're trying to keep a consistent effort throughout the 4x100, but not going out too fast. And I also like pulling for these sessions because pulling is a great way to build your arm strength, and having that buoy makes it easier for your hips to stay up. After all that, I'll go back to the drills again at the very end to also help with more of your technique work. The second session, let's say on a Wednesday, speed session. This consists of mainly 25s and 50s where you're going pretty fast. I've been taught what pretty fast is. Pretty is that you want to make your stroke look pretty, not going like all out fast and just like muscling your way into a fast 25. Don't get me wrong, you do want to go fast, but you also want to make your stroke look pretty. So you want to hold a good technique as fast as possible. So if you're going too fast and your stroke is breaking down and you're just slapping the water out in front, that is not good form and good technique for swimming. So focus on that pretty fast. Sets like 12x25, 20x25, 20x50s, where you're kind of like descending 1 to 4 to fast, or you're doing 3 fast, 1 easy. Something to spice up the session. You're getting plenty of rest, 15, 30 seconds after each, just working on your fast twitch muscle for this session. And the third session of the week, maybe on Friday, is a threshold session. Threshold in theory is what swim pace you can hold for 1 hour. Usually for most people, what their pace they can hold for 30 minutes or even 10 minutes. This depends on your athletic history and kind of where your fitness is at. A beginner set is 10x50s, where you're only resting 15 seconds. The goal is to be as fast as possible and be consistent throughout the whole 10. More advanced sets like 20x100, where you're resting only 10 seconds and trying to hold your best averages, is kind of what the peak swimming sets would look like. The purpose of this workout is to swim fast and hold that fast pace for longer and longer and longer. Each of these sessions plays a key role building endurance, your speed, and your ability to maintain a fast pace, ultimately helping you feel stronger and prepared for your upcoming races. I would focus on swimming very effectively in the pool before going out to open water swimming. Of course, you can go practice open water swimming anytime and challenge yourself. But if you master these sessions, if you have a good pace in the pool first, then you can expect to have a very good open water swim. If you're in the middle of a training block and you have a triathlon coming up, yes, I do recommend getting in the open water so you can kind of see where your anxiety is at, how you respond to cold water if it's a cold race, and just get into the open water swim environment. One final big tip I would give you for swimming is to focus on your body position and streamline. These are two very important techniques that even the Olympic swimmers and very good swimmers are still working on. These college and high school swimmers, they swim tens of thousands of yards, 50,000, 60,000 yards per week for a 2-minute race. They swim 100, a 50 freestyle, a 200-yard freestyle. But the reason they swim so much is because they want to hold that fast pace, let's say in a 200 freestyle, throughout the whole 200 without breaking down. When you do break down and you go out too fast in a 200 race, your hips will drop, your tempo will slow down, and you'll start building a lot of lactic acid. At this point, instead of muscling through, what they should focus on is keeping that hip up and making sure they're still in a streamlined position. So swim races is not about who can swim the fastest, but who slows down the least, because everyone's going to slow down in a swim race. So if you do get tired when you're swimming in training or during a race, try to be more efficient in the water. Think about your body position think about your hips not dropping, engaging your core so your hips can stay up. That way you're in a flatter position, your legs aren't dropping down, and you're able to just be more efficient in the water instead of trying to muscle your way to the finish. This takes months and years of experience of swimming to kind of realize, how can I be more efficient even when I'm tired? Those are my swimming tips for people wanting to learn how to swim or just wanting to improve their swimming. Focus on technique, do lots of drills, utilize swim equipment, and be on a structured swim program on a weekly basis. I hope you can learn a lot in this video and take it into your swim training. Let me know if you need help by commenting below. I try to answer all the questions. Or if you want to join my swim and triathlon coaching program, I'll have a link in the description below so you can schedule a free call with me. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing your swim improvements.